G'day there ladies and gents, it's Connie here again from Marking Industries, and we're reading some more stories from Reddit. As always, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to hit like and subscribe and all that jazz, and let's get straight to it. Alrighty, this one was written on Am I the A-hole? It was written by user New Old Car, and it's titled, Am I the A-hole for not wanting the car my boyfriend bought me? I know the title makes me sound ungrateful. I'm sorry, I don't know how to word it. So I, 22 female, got a car as a graduation present when I was 18 from my father, who has since died of cancer. It was only a couple of years old, and it's a pink buggy. It's a 2013 model. I absolutely adore it, and I've always been pretty girly, and it was the perfect car for me. I wasn't some spoiled little rich kid though. I paid my own insurance and gas, and my father saved for years to get me my dream car if I graduated with a 4.0, which I did. I take such good care of it inside and out, and everyone in my life knows how much it means to me, for aesthetic reasons as well as sentimental. Anyways, I turn 23 next week, and today I was inside watching TV when my boyfriend, 38, who I thought was running errands, came home excited and told me to come outside. I ran out and saw a light silver car in the driveway. I was kind of confused because I already have a car, but I was trying not to show it. I asked what year it was, and he said 2001. He told me he bought it off some guy for $700, and the only repairs it needed was new tires and brakes, saying, "You can finally sell your bug now." He wants to use that money to take a vacation after travel bans lift too. I told him nicely that I appreciated the gesture, but that I already had a car that I love and that's much newer and more reliable. He got ticked off and told me how ungrateful I was being, and that I was some spoiled little kid who didn't know what it was like to work for anything, which is BS. I pay most of our bills and have a savings. He spends all his on weed and video games. He then basically told me, with much more cussing and screaming, that he wasn't going to be driven around in some ugly little kid car anymore, and it's embarrassing that his younger girlfriend drives him to work and events etc. in something straight out of a 2000s teen movie. I told him he could use the car he'd just bought to drive himself around, and then he said no because he doesn't like driving. He wants me to do it, just not in my bug. At that point, I was at a loss and went back inside, and he then kicked the side of my bug, got in the silver car and took off. I don't know where he is now, and I don't care. I feel like he got me a gift for him and not me, and proceeded to insult me for telling him I don't want it. I told my friend about it, and she took his side, saying I need to take his feelings about it into account, and that my bug is kind of embarrassing and I'm too old for it now. I don't know what to think. I love my car and I don't want to change who I am just because I'm a few years older now, but I also don't want this car to ruin my relationship. I also feel bad because I basically said F you to his gift, which was pretty expensive as far as gifts go. I don't want to get rid of it, but if I'm the a-hole for being stubborn and reacting the way I did, then I'll definitely apologize, and maybe give it to my 15-year-old cousin so I can still have a connection to it. Let me know. Am I the a-hole? This has got to be a piss take. I mean, the guy's 38 and he's getting his girlfriend who's 22 to drive him around in her little pink car. Spends all his money on weed and video games. Honestly, is this guy trying to win the award for biggest loser on planet Earth? Because if so, he's doing a good job. Let's go to the comments. Why not keep both cars? Opie says, I have no problem keeping both. One for me to drive and one for him. But I don't feel comfortable driving a much older and unreliable car when I have a perfectly fine car to drive both of us around in. I also didn't appreciate him demanding I sell my car, which he's insisting the new car comes with the stipulation I sell my current one, so he feels more comfortable socially when I would feel uncomfortably physically. I drive him around because we go places together a lot of the time, and because I enjoy driving, but after today it feels more like he expects me to be his chauffeur. I don't know, I see what you're saying though. Maybe when things have cooled off he'll let me keep mine, and I'll be willing to discuss driving the silver one when I take him places. How did you even meet and start dating a 35-year-old man when you were 19? Didn't anybody comment on how inappropriate the age difference was? Has anyone commented on it since? Was he always a lazy broke stoner? Opie says, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this now, reading everyone's comments and realizing how inappropriate our age gap is, but I met him because he went to the same college as my dad. They'd both played football, and my dad mentioned him a bit because he would volunteer with the team long after he graduated. He'd followed me on Facebook for years and reached out when my dad died. We got to talking and hanging out, etc., etc. Edited because it was misleading to say he went to college with my dad. They didn't go together, just to the same one, and met there. That's sick. Not only did he lie in wait, probably counting down the days until you turned 18, he also moved in on you when you were lost and vulnerable after your dad's death. He's a predator. I'm so sorry. Opie replies, seeing it typed like this really hits hard, lol. I'm kinda disgusted at him and at myself over it. I didn't see it at the time. Didn't even really see it yesterday even, but yeah, I thought he was being genuine. Was the boyfriend the dad's friend or colleague? Both, kind of. My dad was almost 10 years older than him and volunteered at his old college for a few years, while my boyfriend was going there as a student athlete. They got to know each other in sort of a mentor-mentoree dynamic, and they stayed in touch mostly through social media in the years after. Would her dad approve of her relationship? I always thought my dad would approve because they knew each other, but now I'm thinking definitely not. Opie replies again when someone told her to keep her bug, Pinky. I love this comment because my dad called me Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony, which I loved as a kid. Some of my last memories with him were driving him around in my bug, windows down, playing some cheesy pop music while he sang along with me, even though he didn't know all the words, haha. That's exactly why, from an emotional standpoint, I don't want to get rid of my bug. I'm definitely considering ending this with my boyfriend because of yours and others' fresh viewpoints. Yeah, I think that's the correct decision. On to an update the next day. I definitely hear you guys loud and clear. I don't know if I was willfully ignorant before or just naive, but I realise now that this goes deeper than just a car. The longer I think about it, the madder I get, and everyone's comments are making me feel like I'm not so crazy anymore, so thank you. I now get that I'm getting nothing out of this relationship, and him kicking my car honestly did scare me, and I don't want him to eventually do that to me. He texted me a little bit ago saying I needed to choose the bug or him, along with some name calling, etc., so I've decided to choose my bug, and by extension my dad, and break up with him and cut him out completely. I reconnected with my older brother who lives a town over and explained everything to him. He didn't know anything of it. He's letting me stay with him for as long as I need because I'm scared of what my ex will do. I'm taking all valuables, documents, etc., and informing the police about him kicking my car. My neighbour also watched the argument and is going to vouch for me. He isn't on the lease, so I can easily kick him out. But we were planning on moving anyways, so I'll just find my own place now. I don't know what he'll do. Maybe he can sleep in his new car. Yeah, wow, I hate that guy. Thank goodness Opie saw the light eventually and got out of there. Hopefully she ups her standards a bit from here on out. Anyway guys, that's the end of that story. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll move on to the next one. Alrighty, same subreddit. This one was written by user CrayonLiquor27, and it's titled, Am I the a-hole for being brutally honest to my wife about cheating? So this happened over the past weekend. We were at a party with friends, and this question popped up. We essentially had a small never had I ever game, which is pretty childish looking back, but we're all in our late 20s, so it isn't that bad. One of the questions was, never have I ever forgiven a partner for cheating. A few people counted that as something they did, including my wife. I expressed my surprise about it, since I wouldn't expect her of all people to give someone a chance after cheating. Other than that, the night went on just fine and I was driving us home. I don't drink, I hate alcohol. I asked her about the whole situation with forgiving a partner for cheating. In her words, her ex-boyfriend of so many years back cheated on her. He came clean about it and they tried again, but then he went and did it again in the same manner. She said she didn't regret giving him a second chance and would do the same if I happened to cheat. I figure this is just her being drunk. I have no intention of cheating on her. In absence of any answer from me, she asked if I'd do the same for her. I bluntly told her that I wouldn't be able to forgive cheating, nor would I ever expect to be forgiven for cheating if I somehow ended up doing it. Short of physical abuse or other heinous acts, it's the worst thing you can do to someone you love. I don't know what happened to her after that, but she stopped talking the rest of the car ride. Ever since then, she's been dead silent around me. She isn't her usual bubbly self and is withdrawn when I have conversations with her. She avoids any questions about what happened on Saturday night too. I asked our mutual friends about any context I may have missed, and a few of them said that she must have taken it a bit too hard. As in, me not being able to forgive her for hypothetical cheating means I don't love her as much as she loves me. Her two oldest friends kind of implied that I shouldn't have been so blunt about it. This is interesting. Maybe that is the reason, or maybe she cheated and she's looking for, I don't know, justification somehow? Let's go to the comments. I think in her mind, that means you love her less than she does. I don't think the same. For me, cheating was always a breaking point. Couldn't forgive and wouldn't expect to be forgiven, like you said. But some people have the mindset that if you really love someone, they could do anything to you and you have to try and give them another chance. I don't see it as a sign she wants to cheat on you or has done it. Not the a-hole. I'd talk to her that loving someone doesn't mean that there aren't any boundaries. Not the a-hole. This is stupid on her part. Did she cheat and is sad that you wouldn't be willing to forgive her? Does she have the urge to or plan on doing it and hopes you'd give her another chance? Either way, it doesn't look good. Just because she can forgive a cheater doesn't mean you can or should. Opie says, I should have said something about this in my post, but I really don't think she cheated on me. We both work very demanding jobs as it is and have an active social life, so it'd be very difficult to have an affair. She's a paediatrician and works at a hospital that gets a lot of traffic, and I don't think her co-workers are threats. Most I've met or ran into are really old married men. Hospitals are so much dirtier than you think, drama-wise. Yeah, have you ever seen Grey's Anatomy? Okay, on to an update. I'd have to say about 90% of the comments immediately went to her being a cheat or planning on cheating with some handsome doctor. That isn't what's happening here. I pressed the issue when I got home last night and she finally cracked. She said she felt like I thought less of her for choosing to give her ex one more chance, and felt hurt to hear me speak about ending our marriage so frankly. Obviously, I didn't mean to hurt her with what I thought would be a meaningless hypothetical. I explained that I valued our relationship too much to cheat on her, which is what I meant by my answer. We had a much longer chat about why she felt so down, and I think we got to the crux of the matter. She confessed to still having fears of me having an affair like he did and losing the relationship. In short, she feels like she hasn't actually processed the cheating from her old relationship. Her ex was her first relationship, so having him cheat on her clearly messed up her self-confidence. She was anxious during the first year or so during our relationship because of some female friends I had, and who are still in my life. Her ex cheated with one of his friends both times. She came clean about checking my phone for any secret chats or apps during our entire relationship. We both know each other's passwords and use the other person's phones freely. So when I said that I wouldn't tolerate having an affair, whether it be on my side or hers, she just felt guilty about being worried all the time. I think she would benefit from some form of counselling to help get over this, which she agrees with, so now we're planning on getting individual therapy for her, and possibly something for the both of us. At the same time, I'm reassuring her that this isn't a marriage-ending issue and that I'm not angry at her. Needless to say, things are still off at home, but much better now that this is all out in the open now. One comment says, sounds like you had a really productive and healthy conversation about it and came to the right conclusions. I hope she'll actually give counselling a try. You'll both feel a lot better once she can work through and let go of her fears and insecurities. Wish you all the best. Wow, communication. Thumbs up. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And I feel like her insecurities are totally understandable. I mean, having your partner cheat on you not once, but twice after you've forgiven them is not going to do great things for your trust and mental health. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you got a similar story you'd like to share. Either way, we're moving on again. Alrighty, over on relationship advice. This one was written by a throwaway account, and it's titled, Me, 26 male, my girlfriend, 26, cheated on me with a friend, and have left me for him. They both want me to remain friendly with them, and so does all my other friends. So, I am in hell. People I thought I knew since elementary have decided that my girlfriend and my friend cheating on me is just fine. They were just more compatible, and you'll find someone, don't worry, they say. They still want to include me socially when we all go out, but I have to watch my ex-girlfriend and my friend be a couple. And they think I'll get over it easily, but it's become torture for me, and I've pulled away from them. I woke up this morning hating them all, and never felt so alone and pathetic in my life. They are not just casual acquaintances, but people I've known since I was a kid, people who I'm close to, or so I thought, they all knew as well. I just feel ridiculed and don't want to hang out with them anymore and feel like I want to throw up. I was never the hookup type. I look okay, but I'm not like my friends who hook up, and for them, sex is no big deal. I honestly feel like I'm on a collision course with my entire social circle and just want to cut them all out of my life. Sorry for rambling. I have no idea if I'm overreacting or even what to do anymore. So anybody else have a similar situation? Yeah, well, sounds like OP needs a new set of friends, that's for sure. Let's read some comments. Mate, you already know what you need to do to be happy again. They are a source of pain, anxiety, etc. Cut them all off and never look back. This chapter of your life is over. Focus on the next. Sometimes, as we age, we learn that we've outgrown those we've known for a long time. Sounds like you're at that stage now, that all your childhood friends have revealed themselves to be garbage. Join a club or hobby group for something you enjoy, and forget about these people. Ghost them if you can. Yeah, they don't want any consequences for their actions, and they want you to make that happen for them. Their reactions make me think they knew about the cheating before you did, and it sounds like they supported it, which is super messed up. Not everyone is meant to last forever. They chose your cheating-ass friends over you, and I'm sure they'll regret it when they're the ones being stabbed in the back. First, they are not your friends. Friendship is based on honesty, loyalty, and support. Your girl and the male friend have shown you they lack those qualities. People will say turn the cheek, learn from mistakes. Don't do it, life is too short. Remove the people in your life who betray you. It will hurt in the beginning, but you'll come out of it stronger and better. I'm speaking from experience and from the knowledge of 4 years of group therapy with people who have had the same issues. Everyone wants you to remain their friend because it's what is easiest. Life isn't easy, it's about hard choices and being strong. An update in the comments the same day. First, someone asks, do all your friends know that your girlfriend cheated on you with this guy? Would they condone cheating? Would they be okay if their partner does the same? Would they be okay if you hook up with one of their partners? I think your friends are full of crap. I think your girlfriend is full of crap and you need new friends and a new girlfriend. You need to drop these people like a hot rock. OP replies, yes, they know she cheated and the guy is not some random, but one that was part of our social group and who I had known since I was a kid. I sent another friend in our group a message and told them that they were all finished with me and wanted nothing more to do with my ex, him or the rest of the group for that matter. You guys humiliated me and expected me to be okay with it. Sorry, I can't do it, and as far as I'm concerned, you're all finished with me. My phone has been blowing up for the past hour with everyone calling me, including my ex. I refused to pick up. I deleted them all off my Facebook and just put my phone to silent and will go to work tomorrow, as usual. Another comment asks, do you mind me asking how long the two of you were together and also how long ago the breakup was? I'm just trying to understand how your friends could be this callous. How big a circle of friends are we talking? He replies, we started dating when we were 18 and we've all known each other way longer than that. The breakup was 3 weeks ago, but they did not officially become a couple until about a week ago. They've been texting me all day after I told them I wanted them out of my life and said I can't stand being around them anymore. Like I wrote in my post, sex was never a big deal for them. I knew a few of them slept around and never bothered me, none of my business really, but I think they just saw this as, oh, it will be fine, and that I'd understand because they must have assumed I was on board with their lifestyle. Which is the sense I've gotten from reading some of their texts and asking me to please talk to them. I don't think they expected me to react this way, but honestly it's for the best and maybe it's time to move on and find new people to be around. Bingo. Let's read some final comments. OP and his ex were together for 8 years. Ex-girlfriend and ex-friend got together officially 2 weeks after OP split up, and the whole friend group thinks OP should be okay with it. That whole group of friends is completely effed up, not just the new couple. His friend group liked him as an outsider but treated the cheater like a true friend. OP was friends with people who didn't consider him a friend, but rather a person they enjoy being around when it suits them. What's the point of everyone trying to reach OP? Sorry bro, we didn't mean it. Please come back and stop making us feel bad for our crappy behaviour. I had a friend who I found out betrayed me by lying about something that was very important to me. We were friends from high school to university. I told him I never want to speak to him or have anything to do with him ever again. That was around 17 years ago. He's tried a couple of times to reach out over the years, and on both occasions I told him to F off. OP has no choice but to do the same. Yeah, with friends like that, who needs enemies, right? Anyway guys, that's the end of that story, and that's it from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed those stories, thanks for making it to the end, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day. Cheers.